Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
I got us, bro.
I'm not functioning everywhere.
I got us. I was waiting. Hey, what's up?
I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was malfunctioning. Like I said, I'm like, it's over.
It's not a Rock and Soul radio show without some sort of technical difficulties going on. The epic return. We already have a bunch of shit going on. It doesn't matter, man. Hey, y'all know who I am, man. I am the host with the most. I am Big Will, motherfucker. I am back on the airwaves, man, officially as of tonight. We're going to keep this shit rolling, man. We're going to build up these seasons with these episodes. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We're working on getting some bands on here, man, some bigger bands. I'm not going to tease that right now just because there's still some negotiation. But when I say big shit, I'm talking about, I told you all if I ever left and came back, man, we were going after the Nationals. We were going after some bigger shit. And we're really working hard on the backside to make that shit happen. Tonight, I got my brother, my partner, the man, the myth, the legend, man. This guy does more shit for all of us on this damn media page than anybody. Works his ass off day and night to make it happen. Mr. Jags DeVille from Sound Injection, brother. How's it going? Welcome to the Rock and Soul Radio Show.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to fucking be here. I mean, hey, I do what I can. I
keep it moving.
Hey, we're just glad to see your ass back. It's been a hot minute.
Man, it has. And you know, in the helm of all this stuff and you know, us coming back together, you know, just a lot of things had to happen logistically to make this return possible. I would like to go ahead and go on and say that as far as it goes, the Sound Injection show, the Rock Soul Radio show, or the benchmark shows of 434 Media Group and Hellfire, and I've taken over the role of basically the CEO of Hellfire Radio and that operation. That's been a process. But I'm going to go ahead and say it right here, right now, live. Okay. You care about this? I haven't even discussed this yet with you, Dustin, as my partner.
Go for
October 31st. Hellfire Radio will go live.
You heard it yourself right here.
I figured the hell with it. If we're going to do it, let's launch it on Halloween. Let's set the tone. Let's just punch it in the gut.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, that's the perfect date to set it off. So, I mean,
you know, it's a holiday for us around here.
Well, that should be a fucking holiday for everybody, but no, they want to skip that shit, go straight to goddamn fucking Christmas.
Yeah, well, and it's just spend more money. You know what I mean? It's just a money pit all the way around. And I mean, hell, you remember when you used to go be able to buy a gift for somebody for like $1? They would have like the gifts under $1 or a gift under $5. Fuck, you see that shit now? It's gifts under $50.
No, fuck no. You got to start buying Christmas gifts in February. You got to pick a month, and that you get one person per month, and you buy that one gift that month, and you wait the next month. So you start buying Christmas like as soon as January hits, you're buying fucking Christmas.
But if you're like us, we got a fucking tribe, man. We got like 17 fucking kids and you know, grandparents and all kinds of shit.
You have 17 kids. I have 0.
Christmas with Jags, that's what you're saying. Hey, so tonight, man, I want to touch on some things. And the reason why I think it was so imperative for me to get Jags to come on this show with me, man, to help me, bring it back and, you know, just kind of make it feel like home. Let you guys out there, man, the Rock Assault crowd, the mofos, get to know Jags, because we're going to be doing a lot more things together, a lot of collabs together. But really, man, go do me a favor, man. As much as I'm glad to see all you guys back with me, man, and supporting what we're doing and interacting on the Facebook page, I love to see that shit. But I really need y'all to help me out, man. And I put it out there. Go support my brothers in Sound Injection and see what they're doing, man, because it's 2 different shows doing 2 different things. And realistically, I believe that we're doing it fucking right. Tonight, I want to talk shit. I want to just forewarn everybody this. I don't give a fuck about the rules. I don't give a fuck about what we can and can't say. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This is my bus. This is Rock Assault Radio Show, and I have not changed. Don't say shit about my gray hair, motherfuckers. Don't say shit about it. I've been away for a couple years. I got a lot of shit to talk about, and we're going to say it. But I want to preface this and say at the beginning of this show, my lovely intro producer, which is Jags, put out there that there's going to be basically all of the shit that we can get pinged and banned from Facebook for, or any other goddamn social media platform, because everybody wants to hate on us because we're coming back and we're kicking everybody in their fucking ball sack. Well, you know what I say to all that? I'm going to say what I want to say. And that's that. I'm not going to cross any lines. And if Zuckerberg or whatever the fuck his name is wants to contact me directly, then we'll have a talk about it. I'll have him sit on this show with us and explain why we can't exercise our right to freedom of speech.
Well, actually, we can exercise speech. We just can't post images,
which is stupid. You see some of the shit going around on all Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and heaven forbid we put out a picture of a girl that's fully clothed with big breasts, and bam, we're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, we got haters. It is what it is. I mean,
I call them fans because I guarantee you they're watching right now. If they're not watching right now, they're figuring out a way that they can go back and watch and see what they can hold against us. Well, you know what? Hold all this shit against us. It's recorded. It's out there. I don't give a shit, motherfucker. I'm coming. I'm coming back. I'm coming for the fucking top Rock Assault Radio Show. Hasn't changed. Just because we took a vacation doesn't mean we settled down any motherfuckers. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I mean,
I don't give a shit. Like, if they want to spend all their time watching us and not working on themselves, fine by me, because I'm going to work my ass off and I'm going to work fucking circles around you. And I don't give 2 flying fucks what you do. And I don't give 2 flying fucks what you fucking say. So,
at some point, they spend more time worrying about us and less time working. So then really by symbiotic relationship, that would decrease our workload because we wouldn't have to work so hard.
Well, exactly.
I mean, so bring the fucking haters. That's what we're saying. All you trolls, all you dirty mouth bastards want to come and talk shit, just do so. There's going to be plenty of people in the comments that are going to say, hey, you know what? Go fuck yourself. It's great. Tonight I want to talk about the shit that's been going on in music since we've been away. And I'm talking about music in general, okay? Let's talk about music in general. So first, we're going to back up. We're going to back up to where we pulled the plug on this damn thing. COVID, let's talk about that. So let's bring up that C word. So I said in the middle of that pandemic, I said, if we play our cards right as independents, that means me, that means you, Jags, that means all of us on the independent level. If we play our cards right coming out of this, we stand to take over, because for the first time in entertainment history that any of us were alive for or has been documented, the independents are on the exact same playing field as the nationals, the people with the big money, because at that point it didn't matter. Everybody was fiending for entertainment. So the guys that worked hard, the guys that stayed diligent and held their ground, be it staying quiet and laying low like I did, or continuing to work on the backside and figure it out like you did, or anything like that, and even your band, you know, are gonna rise to the occasion. And you're starting to see more and more of that. You're starting to see more of those independent artists on these big festivals and these big tours. And it's not because they're cheaper. It's not because they're buying their way on anymore. It's because they're that fucking good. You know what I mean? And then you look at what's happened cross genre wise across the pond in country. Country's nothing but fucking pop music now.
Right.
And so it's that area is so fucked up. And then you come into the last couple years and all the shit that's been going on in the world, and you look at how heavy music and hard rock is fucking thriving right now. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that, Jags, as far as coming out of COVID and getting us to the path that we're on, where we're at now? What things do you think people really drop the fucking ball on? And I want to call some people out, man, because I said this shit. I said, if you motherfuckers listen to what I'm telling you, you're going to be fine. The ones that did are. The one that didn't, they're not doing shit.
Well, I don't really think it has anything to do with COVID. Like, COVID stopped a lot of things, but as far as the music industry, the only thing COVID actually stopped for a while was live shows. That was really all it actually stopped. But as far as the music industry is concerned, the internet and the age of the internet has changed the whole entire aspect of music as a whole, because I don't really see the point of having record labels anymore, other than if you want a running start at buying that tour bus or buying that $1,000 of merch or whatever the hell you're buying. Sure, you get that fucking jump start on buying all this stuff and you're not out of pocket, but yet you are. Because a lot of people don't understand is when you go and you sign with Nuclear Blast or Roadrunner or whatever, when you're taking that deal, that's a loan. It's just like you going to the bank and taking a loan out on getting a house. You're going to pay that loan back with interest.
That's absolutely correct. There's a little word that when I was an artist manager, I used to always stress to my artists: before you get all hot and heavy and sign this deal, I want you to see how many times the word recoupable comes up in aspect of money in this contract. What that means is that, yeah, they're going to give you $1 million, but you owe them $1 million plus interest.
Yeah, which means you're probably going to owe them back about $5-6 million by the time you're done. So,
and they rope you into some stupid ass contract to where even to break even, you got to record 9 records, which is unheard of in our genre.
Right. So if you break this down, if you boil it down, okay, you say you've got, let's say you're a local or regional band, and you're just as good as this signed big top band. Now, if you go apples to apples here, and you both are doing tours and you're both doing all the same shit, I can almost guarantee you that local or regional band is going to make more profit overall than that big, huge band, because that big, huge band took that fucking loan. And now they took that $1 million loan. Well, guess what? They now own those people $9-10 million that they're going to have to fucking pay back. That they're going to have to be playing shows till they're fucking 90 years old, and they're going to die on that fucking stage.
And do you think that's why obviously the cost of production has went up, the cost of travels went up, so the ticket prices have gone up. But you look around and you look at bands like, and I'm just going to say it, you look at bands like Rammstein, which their production alone, every show is millions of fucking dollars. Every show. Yeah. So they can easily justify a $600 fucking nosebleed ticket, and they're selling them so people are going to pay that price. However, you take that same fucking show and you scale it down and you put it into a band like Kangaroo Cage Match, and you go play the fucking Uptown Theater up the street from me that holds 5,000 people, And realistically, you're right. Dollar for dollar, that band probably made just as much money, if not more, than what Rammstein did. Because by the time you pay all 800 fucking people that tour with them, 5 guys are getting paid on the profit, which isn't much.
Right. So, I mean, now you almost have a level playing field. Now, granted, yeah, you might be a local or regional band and you're not going overseas and you're not doing this or not doing that. But if you're looking at success at a dollar value, you're doing about the same. Now, if you're looking at success as in levels of being famous, sure, they may be way more famous than you. But I mean, if you boil it, it just depends on how you look at it.
That's just marketing dollar though. I mean, look, take Budweiser for fucking example. Budweiser's the fucking highest grossing beer in the world. And it's not because it's good. It's because they put $6 billion a year into advertising.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it. I mean, people buy stupid shit. You ever look at eBay and you see people pay thousands of dollars for fucking salt and pepper shakers from supposedly the 1920s, which aren't. They were made in the fucking 80s, and they're that fake crystal bullshit that I've got in my kitchen now, and people are paying dumb prices for them. People buy dumb shit. They buy ideas. They don't buy talent anymore. They buy the idea that this is going to be good. So we're back to what I believe is we're back to buying records based on the cover art. They don't give a shit what the band inside that album sounds like, as long as the t-shirt's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's all a big marketing scheme. It's all a big giant marketing scheme.
What happened to the good old days where you actually had to be talented to make
it? I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying it, and I'm gonna continue to say it.
If you fucking say Metallica sucks on this show, I swear to God, I'm gonna reach through here and kick you in your ass.
I do suck, but that's they ain't been good since the Black Album. So
damn it.
But you know, here's the thing: the internet has a lot of good and a lot of bad, but there was pros and cons on both sides. But I think as far as the music industry is concerned, I guess it depends on who you talk to, because I see the internet as for the music industry, it's kind of hard to say whether it ruined it or made it better. I think the internet kind of leveled the playing field as far as bands as a whole, but at the same time, it made it by far more competitive, way more competitive. Because back in the day, you could play a bunch of local shows, create a big buzz, and if some record label heard that buzz, they'd come flying. But now, record labels don't do shit. They don't send A&R, PR people out anymore. They're not at shows anymore. They just sit in their fucking office and peruse goddamn YouTube. And
but that's where they're finding the talent, and it's good that we have that avenue. But as far as entertainment's concerned and the internet, I've finally came, and you and I have had this conversation 100 times where I've said, and you've gotten mad at me before for saying it, that the internet didn't kill music. Music in the scenes killed music. But I stand corrected in that, and let me elaborate. The internet did hurt music, and I'm going to tell you how. Because the next fucking 5,000 bands that are lumped into your same genre on YouTube aren't your fucking competition. Netflix is your fucking competition. How the fuck do you get people out of their house into a fucking show? Even a big national show, they're not selling out arenas anymore because people would rather stay home and Netflix and chill. And if that's code word for fucking eating ice cream with your fucking wife and getting a blowjob, so fucking what? Whatever it is. But what happened to the good old days where you would take your wife to a show, drink 2 liters of Purple Passion, and get a blowjob on the way home? and have a cool T-shirt or something. You know what I mean?
I can agree with you there.
I mean, the results the same. I mean, yeah, Netflix is $9.95 a month for 15 people to fucking skim off your fucking account. But the point of the matter is this. So at what point do we as an industry stop and say, okay, you motherfuckers, we're going to beat you at your own game. You don't want to come and see me play at the fucking Uptown Theater or whatever mid-sized venue you have where you're at or something like that. So fuck it. We'll stream it. $4.99. You can sit your ass on your couch and watch us fucking play.
Right.
At what point do we invest in what is certain to be the fucking future? You and I have had a talk off to the side about what we need to do as far as a media company. I mean, we have to invest. We have to grow with the times. The time of bitching about it is over. We have to start taking great strides to get ahead of this fucking thing, or else it's going to continue to roll us over, and it's not going to stop us. But what it's going to do is it's going to make it to where we have to constantly fight for space. And I'm tired of that, man. I'm tired of fucking metal and hard rock and hardcore hip hop and the fucking good grassroots fucking music having to fight for fucking space, man.
Well, you kind of said it because this just kind of hit me. Over the years with the internet, people have become lazy. And you're right. They would rather just sit at the house and have everything at their fingertips than to go out. The only people that are actually going out to shows are those people that actually hardcore love that scene and love that culture. But then you had all the people that back in the day, before Netflix, before the internet, that was something to go do. So even if they didn't necessarily like completely like the band, they're like, you know what? They're okay. I like a few songs. There ain't shit to do. It's a fucking Saturday night. I want to go out. So they're going to go out and go ahead and go to the show. But now, because of the internet, you have so much shit at your fingertips at any goddamn given moment that they're like, I'll sit at home, fucking watch, movies that are in the theater. I can fucking get off the goddamn internet and watch it at home and fuck the show.
But does it trip the same fucking endorphin in your brain? I would love to understand the psychology of that, because going to a live fucking show or a live fucking Broadway production or a live fucking big screen movie in 4Max or whatever the fuck it is, there's a little endorphin in your brain that kicks off. And I'm not going to use big words because I'll fuck them up, but it's like some sort of fucking, I'll just call it cocaine, for example. It fucking stimulates your mind, man, and it wakes up all your fucking senses. Now, I've watched some really good fucking TV shows on a big ass fucking TV in my living room, and I never got up and I said, God damn, that was fucking awesome. I went and I said, I'm ready for bed. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't add up to me where people have gotten so far away from wanting that social interaction, wanting that fucking experience, man, wanting that endorphin tripped in their fucking head. And we can blame it on fucking low testosterone or fucking, oh, you got kids or you got jobs and this, that. Motherfucker, we had jobs and kids back then too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At what point did we stop enjoying the greater things of life? But yet the same people that bitch about how horrible life is are the people that don't go to fucking live shows, that don't go out and fucking and do things in their community and don't support things in their community. So it's real simple. Get off of your fucking ass, man. You know what I mean?
And I think it's I go back on it was the creation of the internet. I mean, hands down, like for people like us that are like way old school, because we're obviously, fucking 40 plus. We still, like me, I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV at all. I don't give a shit. I don't watch it. Occasionally, I'll fucking watch movies every once in a while. But
you watched Jacksonville win this weekend.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. About the only time I watch TV is when football's on. If football ain't on, I don't watch TV. I can't tell you shit about current events because I don't give a fuck. I don't I'm not getting into it. I don't watch the trash that's on there. I fucking hate reality TV. They took away my MTV so they could fucking kiss my ass. They took away my Headbangers Ball, kiss my ass again.
That's what we're here for now, though. You know what I mean? That's what we're here to. We're to keep that shit going.
So it's just pure. What we have now is just pure laziness, because they feel like they could just get it on the internet and they don't have to go. And most of them that are now younger, they've never really experienced those shows. They've never even attempted to go. They've never went. They just pull the shit up on fucking YouTube and watch it on goddamn YouTube. It's like,
yeah, and they order a fucking shirt. You see all these kids running around, and I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great to see kids wearing, name the concert shirt: Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, fucking all the greats, Eazy-E, old school Metallica shirts that are being re-released. I seen a kid wearing a Testament Practice What You Can Preach shirt the other day, and I was like, but I knew his dad, so I know he's like a big metalhead, so it kind of stands to reason. But it's cool. But like you said, you're not earning that, man. You're not. It used to be such a rite of passage. You remember those old things? And we're gonna date ourselves here. Do you remember the fucking Battle Vest, dude? Where every show you would go to, you'd get a fucking patch, and you put it all over your fucking vest. Yeah, yours is so full you need a 3X.
I have one. I just started a second one.
What happened to that shit being trophies, man? What happened to?
Well, that's like I always had a rule. I always had a rule that no matter how much I loved a band, that the only way I would buy a shirt from the band is if I actually went to the show, seen them live, and I bought it. Which the bad thing is like my area, our shows have died. I have to travel several hours just to go to a fucking show because we don't get local shows anymore. I have to go to Atlanta, Charlotte, Jacksonville, Orlando, which I'm actually going to a show next Monday. So it'll be the first show I've been to in a very long time. But it's like I've always had the rule. I don't buy a shirt unless I went and seen them live. It was
and you couldn't though, man. I mean, if you did, you were a poser. And back in the day, posers used to get made fun of at school, man. Like you weren't cool. Like you couldn't come and smoke fucking Marlboro Reds and drink off our Jack Daniels bottle if you were a poser, And so, this is what Rock Assault Radio Show is about. This is what it hinged on, man. Since we can't play music on Facebook anymore, you'd have to wait until after Halloween, man. We'll be back on the airwaves over at Hellfire Radio. But this is what this show is going to be about. It's going to be more of a recap of what was on the air. But, man, I'm going to dig deep into those sensitive topics that no one else wants to fucking talk about for some reason. The only person that's got the balls to talk about sensitive subjects anymore outside of us and everybody else on the 434 Media Group associated with Hellfire is fucking Howard Stern, man. I mean, everybody's pussyfooting around the deep-seated issues, and I've always been known as the guy that I'll say, especially when I got a microphone in front of me, I'll say what everybody in the room is fucking thinking that's too scared to say. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so what it is I got to take a moment and just say, man, I got to give a big shout out to your partner in crime on sound ingestion, man. And our cohort, our one of our executors at 434 Media Hellfire. I got to give a huge shout out to Mojo, man. This show wouldn't be happening right now, and the things that wouldn't be happening for me if it wasn't for Mojo's constant push, dedication, not being scared to have hard conversations, and just tireless fucking work on the backside for each and every one of us, man, along with yourself, Jack. So to all my Hellfire team, 434 Media Group, man, I can't thank you guys enough. But I see you're in here, man. So I really wanted to take time out of my time and my show and just say, man, from the bottom of my heart, Mojo, you're the fucking rock star here, man. Thank you so much for pushing my big ass to be here and helping make it happen. I also see a lot of old school fucking Rock Assault radio show listeners in here in the comments, man. John Mansfield, 5 o'clock Charlie. What's up, brother? We're back, man. It's good to see you. It's been a minute, brother. It's been a fucking minute. I'll have to tell you a story about 5 o'clock Charlie at some other time, man. But a long time follower and supporter of the show, man. So it's good to see all you bastards in there. Eric Bear, man. I see you guys, dude. And it means a lot to me, man. To be able to come back and have that kind of impact with you guys from before, man, that you want to come back and experience this shit again. The show is going to go a little bit different because we got to do some different shit on social media now than what we used to be able to do back when, Jags and I had our heyday back in the fucking day.
Yeah.
So, but what we're doing is we're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to keep it going. So thanks so much. For all your hard work, Mojo. I love you, and I wouldn't be here without you, man. So,
me and Mojo have been pushing Facebook's buttons because for all y'all that don't know, we actually do a secondary attachment to Sound Injection, which is Sound Injection plugged in, and we're actually going back to the days of Headbangers Ball, and we are playing fucking music videos and saying fuck it because I found a nice little loophole. That if we play indie bands, we don't get fucked. So
how's that work though? Because I seen one on the dashboard the other day that got pinged for a copyright violation. I was like, what the fuck?
It's not a copyright violation. All it is the indie band's asking for if we make money off of it to share the money with them. And all you got to do is click yes and you're good. That's it. Now, if it belongs to a big record label, then you're fucked. Then they'll ping you for copyright. But all those bands are doing is asking you to share if you're making revenue, to share revenue with them, which I have no problem doing.
Well, where the fuck's the button for us to say if you make money because of us, share the fucking money with us?
Well, because they're bigger than us, so they can say fuck you all they want. And that's just how it is.
I don't know if I accept that.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have an option.
What are you saying? We got to lay down and fucking conform?
Well, yeah, we got to lay down and get fucked raw dog with wrought iron prison style with no lube. And that's just the way it is. If we want to keep a job, we have to play by the rules.
Hey, I hear that P. Diddy's selling lube cheap right now.
Oh, God, I was not going to go there. I was not going to go there. You went here, not me.
Dude, this shit is going to destroy the fucking pop genre, which is going to put rock even more at the forefront of music. If we all just sit back, shut up, and let this shit play out, they're going to pave the lane for us again, where the terrestrial radio stations are going to get more involved. You're going to see a lot less and less and less pop and contemporary hip hop stations going back to the rock format. This is what I see happening.
Right.
And but I had to do it. You said it, man. You said something about baby oil, so I had to throw it out there.
Hey, I said lube. I said baby oil. You took it to the baby oil.
Well, listen. There's a lot of things that happen in the music industry that not a lot of people know about. And that's what I want to bring to people's attention, man, that all the shit that we're talking about tonight, man, none of it's fucking easy. Even what we do, it's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of dedication, man. It's nonstop thinking about what you're doing and keeping up on shit and keeping in contact with people. And it's just non-fucking stop. And such is life. But to sit back and say that the internet has hurt us, I believe, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I believe that believing that is the be all end all, because if it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't be nowhere near where we're at. You know what I mean? Right. So is it because the internet has hurt us, or is it because we got so scared of it that we didn't utilize the tool correctly?
Well, I don't think it was necessarily that. I think it depends on the industry that you are in. There's industries that the creation of the internet, it made those industries skyrocket, which is great. But then there's industries that it really, really hurt. So if you're talking an aspect of radio and media, the internet was great. I mean, it skyrocketed all of us. It gave us abilities that we were never able to, where independent media companies like us, who, beforehand, we would have never been able to do this. We couldn't compete with, FM radio stations. Independent companies are now putting FM radio stations out of business.
Right.
So in that aspect, yes. But in the aspect as in a working band, you got to have to weigh out the pros and cons. There's a lot of pros, but there's a lot of cons. Did it even out the playing field from, down to a local band, regional band, national act? Yeah, it leveled out the playing field. But did it also hurt the big bands? Yeah, it hurt the big bands because now you got a lot more competition, because it's easier to find new bands to listen to. It's much easier.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, the competition has grown astronomically, to where before you had your set big bands. That's how it was. That's who you went to go see. You didn't really care about the local bands. It was what it was. That's it. Big bands made shit tons of money. But now the big bands, in order to survive, they've come up with new marketing tactics, like this whole fucking playing to pay or pay to play bullshit. Like, oh, if you want, our fans to see you and you want to go on tour with us, you have to pay us $20,000 to go on this tour, plus 15 to 20% of your merch sales every night.
And you have to load our equipment.
Right. So it's like, okay, so you're going to roll the dice on this. Now, with some bands, it worked. Some bands, they went ahead and paid that $20,000 to go tour with some major, huge band. They got seen. They blew up. They're making money. They're doing good. Okay. But there's other bands that did that, and it caused them to go bankrupt.
Oh, fuck yeah, because they put all their life savings into one show, and it didn't do what they thought it was going to do, and they shot craps on it. I got to take a second, man. I just seen a comment go through, man. One of my longtime fucking colleagues, my mentor in the radio business, man, as a matter of fact, a gentleman by the name of Will Burnell, DJ Shot. He's actually the owner of 1037 The Beat, an internet radio, a hip-hop internet radio station based out of St. Louis area, Missouri. And that station is just crushing internet numbers. He's in here, man, checking in on me. So good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. I know he's got little ones to take care of, so he's probably up pretty late, but it's good to see him in here, man. Big shout out to those guys, man, that brought me up way back in the day and believed in me and gave me a chance, in radio. When I first started working with Will back in the day in radio, man, you think about this. Me, him, and another guy by the name of R.C. Williams used to sit around and figure out how we could make FM radio stations more money. You know what I mean? So we would take a station in a small market, and instead of them driving some piece of shit U-Haul van with the logo tore off of it, they're driving Humvees that are wrapped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's the kind of shit that you like to see. And the fact that these guys still come out, man, and support me this late at night in their area, man, I really appreciate that shit, man. So sorry to cut you off there, man, but I knew that it was going to be that way. I was going to see some old school motherfuckers in here I ain't seen in a while, man, and I wanted to give his station some love too, man, because it is definitely going to be a sister station. I won't say a sister station, but definitely a partner station, a collab station with Hellfire Radio. That relationship isn't going to stop, and they're doing good shit over there, man. I mean, he's got his station on fucking lock.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to fucking see. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends on industry to industry. Some of them it helped, some of them it didn't. With the music industry, there's so many fucking pros and cons to weigh, and there's a lot. Like, it's really hard to weigh it like apples to apples, whether it was good or bad, and it really depends on who you ask. But to me,
It's still
overall,
like you said earlier, though, man, it's so much DIY. I mean, you look at how it's affected just the hands in the pot in the music industry, because this is the industry that you and I both come from, so we understand this verbiage. But back in the day, back when we were having our heydays touring and shit, how many hands were in the fucking pot of that money? Your per diem was fucking $20 a day, if that. You know what I mean? Because you had so many people that you had to fucking pay. And then your management company, you know, comes in and takes whatever the fuck they want, because, hey, fuck you. You want to go home or do you want to make it to the next town? They can take whatever they want. So the one thing that the internet's done is give us independence, a backbone to where we can say, fuck you. We don't need you. We don't need to pay you exponential money to do shit for us that we can do ourselves. And we figured it out as a group. And that's musicians as a whole and artists as a whole, all the way across entertainment. And,
right.
and, you know, even down to people that paint and shit, man. I mean, they're making so much more money not putting their shit in a gallery and giving up their profit that it's not even funny. So my next question would be, because you're also in a band, at what point do you say to yourself, you need management representation now? Because if we're not going after the big labels, we're booking our own shows, we're promoting our own shit, what are managers' actual job descriptions now?
I mean, honestly, it really depends on your personal knowledge. Like, if you're able to go out there and do enough and learn enough, you honestly don't need a manager. Now, it also boils down to how much do you want to take on? Because at this point, having a management company is a luxury item. Okay. So say you already know how to manage the band, you know how the inner workings work. It's to the point of money. Do you have enough money to pay them to take that on to where you don't have that burden? Or are you not making enough and you need to do that yourself? That's really what it's become, is it's straight a luxury item, which is why management companies kind of are still somewhat around. And that goes for the same thing with a tour, like a tour manager or a booking agent. You know, a lot of these bands, you can go send your stuff to promoters at bars or concert venues and stuff like that. If they like you, they'll throw you on the show. You can book your own tour if you want to.
Right.
But do you want to pass that on to somebody else and put that in somebody else's hands? Do you have the money to do that? Which, granted, most of the time you don't have to pay them up front. They're going to take a nominal fee, 10%, 15%, 20%, whatever the fuck it is. You know,
I mean, whatever they want, really, because they're doing the legwork.
Right. Now, if you're smart, you're going to tell that management company or that touring agent, okay, if you want 15%, we want to make this exact amount of money. So if you want 15%, you need to tack that onto what we want. So essentially, we're not losing out of any money. So if we want $10,000 for a show, that's exactly what we want to get paid.
Right.
So
your fees don't come out of our pocket.
Yeah, if you want your fees, then you're going to tack that onto what we want. So if you want $500 a show, then you're going to ask them for $10,500. You know,
but that makes it a tough sell even at that, because even if you're at the regional level and you're active, it's hard to sell enough tickets per se, and it's hard to sell enough liquor at their bar for them to justify that expense, because now you got promoters that are popping up like managers used to. You remember back in the day when everybody used to be a fucking manager? Didn't matter who they were a fucking manager, and they'll manage your band and they'll manage you and this, that, and everything. Now, what I've noticed is everybody's a fucking promoter until they show up to the fucking venue and it's empty, and they turn around and run. They take their envelope of money from the door and they turn around and run. They're not even fucking there anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess what I'm saying is this, is the more of it you can do yourself, use these tools that we say are nails in our coffin, and do what we know how to do inherently as a society of hardcore kids, and ram it back in their fucking face. Figure out the ones and the zeros and the algorithms and how to make shit stick, and throw as much shit at the wall as you can to make it stick. And then, yes, I do firmly believe that any band that tours, I don't give a shit if you're playing bars in front of 20 people. Every band that tours needs to take a tour manager on the road with them. And I'm going to tell you why. They watch out for your fucking money. They watch your fucking merch booth for you. And you can go out and meet and greet those 25 people in that fucking bar instead of having to deal with the business of the day. And I do believe that that's money well fucking spent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then it's like also the backside of it is, can you trust that person?
There you know,
is this somebody?
There you go.
Is this somebody who's going to steal from you, or is this somebody that you can actually trust and is going to do it legitimately? So
you see it all the time. You know, we've got a close colleague that got fucked by a band. You know what I mean? So not only are you know, it's on both sides of the fence, man. I mean, bands are fucking people just as much as anybody else, and that's why it's so hard, because you know, these guys that put all their fucking money into these venues, they're in the same boat that what you just said. They don't fucking trust anybody. So how can I trust that A, you're going to do what you say you're going to do, or even come close, and B, you're not going to tear my fucking venue up and get in your fucking van or your bus and leave town, and I'm never going to see or hear from you again.
Right.
You know, so we've kind of fucked ourselves, you know, from what I gather from, you know, being away. I stayed in the scene, man. I stayed talking to bands. I stay out there. I just wasn't doing a radio show for a while, but God damn it, I'm back now, and I'm going to expose all this shit. I do got something to say, and I want you to help me push this. When's the next Sound Injection show?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. We're going to take this through tomorrow night. If you don't mind helping me push this on Sound Injection. Anybody that sends a video to Rock Assault Radio Show page, or let's pair it up, the Sound Injection page. See, I found a tub, fellas and ladies. I found a tub of the Metal AF Rock Assault Radio Show shirts.
Oh, shit.
Well, I've still got a bunch of those. I didn't even know I had them. I don't even fucking drink anymore. I didn't even know I had them. I sold so many of them when I was on tour with fucking Pigweed down in South that I didn't even know. Those fucking shirts have been bought and paid for 100 times over. So here's the thing. Anybody that sends a video to either the Rock Assault page or the Sound Injection page until the end of Sound Injection tomorrow, of them standing up at their fucking workplace and air guitaring their fucking ass off in front of their coworkers, and you can put music in it because we're not going to post it. Right? We're not going to post
I think we should post it.
Well, we have to be careful, but we'll post the winner for sure. But you have to fucking now to qualify, you have to do it for at least 30 seconds. You have to air guitar for at least 30 seconds at your place of employment. I don't give a shit. You go in your boss's office and do it. Tell them Rock Assault Radio Show sent you. I don't give a fuck. Tell them we're back. God damn it. It's going to get rowdy around here now. Woo! We, myself, Jags, and Mojo will pick 5 winners of a free Rock Assault Radio Show t-shirt.
There you go. It's not bad.
Let's give some shit away. Fuck it.
Well,
plus, I need the tub. I got Christmas shit I got to fucking put in tubs.
If you're going to do it, and we want to be able to post it, make them do it to music that's a local or regional band that we can actually post.
Okay, so pick your favorite local band. I don't give a shit what it is. It can be fucking Billy Bob's banjo band. I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to do that, understand that we are going to post the winners. And we're probably going to post some of the losers too.
Please.
Listen, do your best fucking air guitar.
Have your fucking clothes on, because if your clothes are not on, we can't post it.
Yeah, please. No butt crack. I mean, if you're a plumber, don't even submit.
Yeah,
right?
please. Don't do it.
If you're a stripper, don't. Well, hang on. If you're a stripper, go ahead and send the shit, but you're disqualified. I don't know.
You're beyond disqualified.
No, you won't be disqualified, but we won't post it. We'll keep it internal. We'll keep it intra-company, right? Actually, I think it'd be cool to have strippers wear rock solo gear.
I mean,
you think about it.
Yes.
Think about it. I'm going to throw a disclaimer out. If you lose your job tomorrow, it is not our fault.
Yeah.
Just saying. Because you're choosing to do this. We're not making you do this.
Yeah, no.
5 o'clock, Charlie's going to do it. I know he is. I know we'll get a fucking video from that crazy bastard.
Might be the one.
It doesn't matter. It's the first time. So if we get one, it's a fucking win. You know what I mean?
True that.
I mean, that's what it is. I'm not going to go all crazy like I did the last time I used to do this shit. And my wife, the queen, yelled at me. Do you remember that when I did the fucking air? I think even you called me after the show and was like, "You're a fucking idiot." When I told people that if they fucking went to Walmart and did the Angus Young air guitar on the fucking turnstile at the fucking checkout register, dude, there was people getting arrested over that shit.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine so.
I had no fucking idea people would actually listen and do it. You know what I mean? Like,
people are stupid. People are fucking stupid. I mean,
yeah, but it's fun.
People are fucking taking bath salts and eating Tide Pods. Come on now.
Hey, man, there's something to be said about fresh breath, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know?
A little bit beyond fresh breath, if you ask me. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I sure as hell don't want to kiss some chick that's got a fucking mouthful of soap. I mean, that's just me. But, you know.
Well, me neither. And you kind of question what she was doing before she seen you if she's got a mouthful of soap. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is what it is.
This has been a good, dude. This has been a good time. I've seen a lot of old school motherfuckers in here, man, tonight, and it's been a good time. Thank you so much, Jax, for coming on here and doing this with me, man. I know you just got off of your show, man, so you're pulling double duty tonight, brother. And you know what? But next week, Mojo will be stuck with me. Yeah. So she'll have double duty.
Yeah. I got double duty like every fucking night this week. So
yeah, because you motherfuckers are some show putting out sons of bitches. I don't know. I don't know how you guys scour for enough fucking content to talk about.
You know, we've gotten really lucky with, you know, a lot of bands hitting us up constantly wanting on the show. So, you know, once we started doing it, it became easier and easier, and it's becoming easier and easier. So I really have to be kind of thankful for a lot of these like local, because we do everything from local, regional to big bands all the way across, because we've had everything from small little local bands to huge bands. Because we did back during Memorial Day, we had Bumblefoot on. You know, we've had Dying Oath on, who just played Louder Than Life. You know, we've had a lot of big bands on, but we've had a lot of small bands that really hardly anybody ever knew. So
we did that one really cool band when I filled in for you, man. Lords of October. Those motherfuckers were cool. And if you haven't checked them out, man, I actually did go check out their fucking music, and it's good, man. It's definitely something different.
Yeah, and we have a lot of bands this month coming up, and we've got the one I'm really super fucking excited about. We actually have a band called Strange Like Me coming on October 30th, the night before Halloween. If you've not checked them out, They're very small on Facebook, but good God, is their music badass, and their fucking music videos are even better. So go check out Strange Like Me. Come watch us. We're trying to get a Halloween episode going. And if it happens, there's a rumor that we have not one, but two huge bands coming on for 1 2-hour show. It's not guaranteed yet, but we'll be announcing it soon if it does hit.
Man, I wish I could fucking I'm gonna have, so what I'm working on right now, and I'm just gonna put it out there, and I can say it just because it is what it is. I will be having the Bay Area Badasses -6 on with me. And some other really, 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 really big names from the Bay Area. Just take that for what it is. You all know what Bay Area fucking metal is, and you guys know some of those names out there. Those guys, we're in negotiations with their PR to get them on, and it's going pretty smoothly. I tell you what, and I'm going to call it out on this show, and I'm working on this. There's 2 bands that I want over this last run before I fucking retire for good, whenever that is, for Rock Assault Radio Show. I'm not going to sleep until I have 2 fucking bands on here. 1, King 810. I got to have those motherfuckers on a show with me.
Okay.
2, Whitechapel.
That's one of my favorite bands.
Whitechapel has to sit down on this motherfucker with us, man, and just talk about all things holy to the gods of fucking metal, because whatever the fuck is running through those cocksuckers is some fucking juju, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, man, what's the last great record you fucking heard, dude? I mean, you have to put Whitechapel's last record from a couple years ago at the top of that list.
Yeah, their new song is fucking sick as fuck. Like, anybody wants to go check it out, because it's fucking amazing.
Insane what they're doing. And so that's kind of what we're going to do, man. We're going to get these bands on here. We're going to ramp it up. We're going to be up there with Sound Injection, our brothers and sisters over there, man. And we're going to make this thing happen. I'd like to say, man, everybody, please do me a favor, man. Sound Injection page, find them on Facebook. The link's on Rock Assault Radio Show page. You can find it. Man, go smash the fucking like button. Don't ask me no questions. Just go fucking smash the like button and tune in. You'll get a notification. Tune in. I assure you, man, you will not be disappointed in that show in the format. 434 Media Group, man, our home base, man, our page. Our brother from another mother, Derek. Go like that fucking page, man, because all things that come out of the Hellfire Camp under the 434 Media banner is going to be found there. So it's going to be a central hub for information. If you miss something in the algorithm, you'll be able to find it there. It's going to be a really good source of keeping up with what everybody's doing. All the other shows, there's too many to fucking list with Hellfire, man, but we will start tagging all those shows on Rock Assault page. We want everybody to go support those people, because every one of those people are in here supporting us tonight, man. So it is what it is, man. We got to reciprocate, guys. We got to do it. If we're going to come back, we're going to do it fucking right. We're not going to get in this rut of, we only want to watch Big Will, or we only want to watch Jax. Fuck that. Watch everything. I watch bullshit on TV all the time that I don't want to watch because somebody else in the room wants to watch it. Just fucking support it, man. Let it play. I don't give a shit whether you don't listen to it. Let it play. It helps us help you, right? Yeah. The more views, the more numbers we can generate, the more shares we can get. Then you can email us and say, hey, man, why don't you try to get fucking Slipknot on a show? Well, we could do that if you motherfuckers would watch for more than 13 goddamn seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the realism of where we're at. We're independents trying to build this shit for all you guys to enjoy. So the least we can ask you to do is help us. It's not like we're charging you to fucking watch us. You know what I mean? So I said that, and I mean what I say. Support is something that's going to be very big with the Rock Assault Camp moving forward. We're going to get behind everybody and what they're doing, and we're going to support it, and we're going to do that regardless whether they do that for us or not, because I can't preach it if I don't fucking live it. And all of you out there that know Rock Assault Radio Show and Big Will knows that I will go to the end of the earth supporting you motherfuckers out there, man. What else we got?
That's it. We ran out of time.
Damn it, it's done already?
Yeah, we're over an hour.
It just fucking started.
Yeah, we're already over an hour.
That's all, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show tonight, man. Be ready. We'll be back. I think Tuesday nights are going to be our thing. We're going to build up this season. We're going to build up some episodes. We might do some little pop-ins here and there. Be looking for me out there with other people, in the 434 camp as well. Just kind of cross-working, man, helping each other out, get to where we need to go. Remember, Sound Injection tomorrow night. What time does that show start?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Central?
Eastern.
9 o'clock Eastern, Sound Injection. You guys join me in there, man. Let's talk some shit with Jags and Mojo. I'll be in there talking shit with them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
See everybody later.
Thank you guys later, man. From all of us at Rockstar Radio Show, man. From all of us at 434 Media Group, Hellfire Entertainment, man. Thank you guys, man. Much love. Remember, until tomorrow, get those air guitars in. Man, wake up in the morning, feel good, be proud of who you are, listen to some Sepultura on the way to work, and flip off your fucking coworkers when you pull in the parking lot. Tell them I said so. Good night, motherfuckers. Love you.